Hello everybody and welcome to the free UFC Bet Picks show. In this video we are breaking down a heavyweight fight between Andrei Arlovski and Tanner Boser happening this Saturday, November 7th for UFC Vegas 13. So Andrei Arlovski is the underdog at plus 205. He's got a record of 29-19, 2 no contests. Tanner Boser is the favorite at minus 265, got a record of 19-6 and 1 draw. Arlovski in the UFC has 8 wins, 9 losses, and 1 of those no contests. Boser has 3 wins and 1 loss, and he's won his past 2 fights. Both were earlier this year, both by KO, so Boser is looking decent. And then we have Arlovski, who is a legend, household name. Everyone knows he's a vicious striker. When he loses by knockout. When he wins by knockout. So this guy is normally a finisher, one of the top heavyweights years ago. But like I said, when he loses by knockout. He is known for being a little chinny, but recently more have been going to decision. So we don't really know what to expect from him, like which side we're going to get. So what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, that's a great breakdown. You know, Tanner Boser's coming in with nice momentum, and he's not just like a one-punch knockout artist. He's really nice technical striker. He has pop, he has power, but he puts on great combos, great volume, really solid pace. 3 fights ago, he lost a solid decision to Cyril Gann, and that was good enough to impress, me a little bit. Mm-hmm. So we had him against Felipe Lins. He comes in and starches him in the first round. Still, no one kind of really knew about him in his last fight. He gets Rafael Pessoa. It was good performance. In the second round, he lands a nice left hook, I think, and drops him, and pounds him out on the ground. And, the bulldozer, Canadian fans love their Canadian fighters, and they haven't had anybody really good recently. Poor Charles Jourdain has that draw, against Koulibaly, and so gosh, like there's a ton of fans behind Tanner Boser, right? And I get it. He's got the like mullet mohawk. It's like a mohawk and a mullet, I think, and he's really good. He almost doubles the strikes landed. It's like 1.69 differential. Over 50% accuracy, just really good technical striker, good footwork, bounces around, good defense, tosses a leg kick out there, right? Arlovski, as you said, he's going to more decisions recently. He used to be knockout or bust, knockout or be knocked out. He did just get knocked out by, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, but everyone does. Rozenstruik got him in the first round, like first minute, I think, and just, absolutely starched him. But his last fight was against Felipe Lins, who Boser beat. Felipe Lins was a 2-1 favorite against Arlovski, and Arlovski, got the decision, looked really good. He's just, being safer. He's kind of getting into that category of like a Junior Dos Santos. It's like he's got the boxing edge. All he has to do is not get knocked out. But they often do get, but he's getting into that category. He's outpointing people. He's being technical. He's showing nice skill, of the skills that we all know he has. But where he used to just be, the pit bull Andrei going in there and finishing people, he's being more technical. So when we think of this fight at a glance, we think Boser knocks people out first round. As you said, Andrei loves getting knocked out. Surprisingly, the line on this fight is expecting, the bookmakers are expecting a decision. If you think this fight is going to get knocked, get a finish early, I think you got opportunity here. So, Boser, he's minus 265 or whatever, right? By points, he's minus 105. He's still, he's a pick'em to win by decision. That was a little surprising to me. I kind of get it for the reasons we're describing. Andrei is more durable than we give him credit for. We think of him as super chinny because he was getting knocked out 5 fights in a row, and then he just got knocked out 2 fights ago. But it's not that he's more durable. It's just that he's smarter. Like he's doing a better job of avoiding that damage. So the bookmakers are expecting the most likely outcome of this fight is to be Boser by decision. It's minus 105. You know, if you think Boser's going to knock him out, you don't have to pay minus 265. Take Boser by knockout at plus 320. That almost looks really, really, really good. If you do think this fight's going to go to a decision, I think it's going to be decently close. Boser should just stick and move and outpoint him, but you know, if Arlovski drops him once or twice, that changes the whole fight. And just the over 2.5 rounds is minus 142. I kind of find that surprising. You know, I find that surprising. I do think Boser can finish him. So it's a tough fight to pick. You know, I don't think you should get... I'm personally not going to get caught up in any of those props. The Boser by KO at plus 320, that might get me. Overall, I think Boser is fine to parlay, you know, gently. Not in every parlay. And it's going to be a really good fight. If you don't bet on this fight and you get to just sit back and watch it, maybe you root for the old legend Andrei. Maybe you root for the young up-and-coming, you know, mullet wearer from Canada. I like Boser a lot. Maybe you just root for a knockout. Maybe you bet that under 2.5 and you just hope for fireworks. Like, this is a good fight to enjoy. The under 2.5, I like that a lot. And that's plus money. And that's an underdog pick. And then Boser by KO at plus 320. I'm surprised by those, to be honest. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. And Boser in DraftKings is 8,900 with 73.6 point average, and Arlovski is 7,300 with 57.6 point average. We do think this is going to be a knockout either way, or at least a finisher either way. So what are you thinking about picking these up for fantasy?
The 8,900, I think that's really close. I think that's kind of appropriately priced. You know, do I think he's slightly cheaper than Alexander Romanov? Alexander Romanov's gonna score higher than Tanner Boser, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it kind of, then he starts getting expensive. Arlovski, if he wins, he'll be great value at 7,300. I don't think he's gonna knock Tanner Boser out. Boser does a nice job keeping his distance and being technical. So 7,300 for Arlovski, you know, it's a heavyweight fight. So number one rule in daily fantasy, you want finishes, pick heavyweights. So for that reason alone, I think, you know, they're both okay. But I think Boser might be a little pricey at 8,900. Cash play, I think he's safe. He's a safe winner. But, you know, we got a few of those. So yeah. I kind of feel like it's a pass on both. You know, maybe Arlovski, as far as punt plays go, you're playing an underdog. You don't want to bet a 135 or you want to bet a 245 or whatever he's going to walk in at. So, you know, Arlovski might be a good punt play. I don't think he's going to win, though.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a tough one. It's going to be highly owned as well because they're heavyweights.
Yeah.
So if the winner is not in the optimal lineup, you create yourself a ton of leverage and differentiation by not owning them. Specifically in GPP we're talking about, where you don't care about being right. You know, you don't care about beating half the field. You need to be in the top percentile because you're trying to bet $10 and win, you know, a couple hundred or whatever. You're trying to beat a lot of people. You only do that by being unique in your lineup. And so these guys are going to be highly owned. It feels like a little bit of a pass for me. And I guess the bookmakers would tend to agree because they think it's going to go to a decision.
Yeah. All right, I think that about does it for Arlovski versus Boser. Our next video will be the main event, Santos versus Teixeira. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and make sure you tune in to our next video. And thank you for watching.